Welcome back to another edition of Mill Creek Range. Benji here, and as you can see, I am not on the range today. Very windy, very cold. So I've decided to do part of this inside of, this is my office. Well, can't really see it all, but anyway, this is where I work when I'm not on the road traveling for work. So anyway, wanted to go over today. This is a revolver that belonged to my father, and he handed it down to me. And this is a Smith & Wesson Model 10-5, chambered in 38 Special. This is on what I've looked at. This revolver with its serial number range was manufactured in either late 1964 or early-ish 1965 time frame. Now, this gun was purchased by my dad in a pawn shop in the Birmingham area, and it had been belonged to a former police officer. Now, one thing about the Model 10s from Smith & Wesson was they was known as military and police models. Okay, say M&Ps. And so this one here had been a service revolver for a police officer. And I mean, man, from its condition, he must not have been a police officer very long. One, I've got the original holster, and it's in very good shape, other than one of the rivets had pulled out up on the backside. I've repaired it. Little minor crack here up on the holster. Nothing major for the most part. This holster is basically unused. And on the gun itself, the bluing is in great shape, other than on two sides of the end of the barrel. The bluing has been rubbed off just from the holster itself. Okay, the rest of the bluing is in fabulous shape. So, Smith & Wesson Model 10, and this is the -5 model. It does have the pencil style barrel, which the barrel goes from a thicker diameter to a more narrow diameter down at the bottom of the at the end of the barrel. And yeah, so this is one that I remember my dad having for as long as I can remember. So I'm going to say he probably took ownership of this probably somewhere in the very early 70s or possibly late 60s. Not sure. So the hammer, now this is unloaded. It does carry 6 rounds. The hammer does have the firing pin on the hammer itself. I've done a little bit of reading on it, and there's something kind of like a transfer bar, but it's not a transfer bar. I don't remember the exact verbiage that was used, but it does have a safety bar in the mechanism so that when the hammer is in the down position, it does not allow the firing pin to extrude through the frame to where it could make contact with the cartridge. So it is safe to carry 6 rounds with these particular models. And another interesting note on these models is the Smith & Wesson Model 10 is the most popular handgun today. As far as it was started production in 1899 and is still in production today. There have been over 6 million of the Smith & Wesson Model 10s produced since 1899. So it does make it the most popular handgun out there as far as production numbers goes. Okay, I know probably none of you carry a 38 Special for everyday carry. You know, personal defense, home defense, maybe a truck gun. Yeah. So, but we're fixing to go out, shoot a few rounds of this little puppy, and see how it performs. Again, I haven't shot this revolver, and I couldn't tell you how long. So let's go have some fun with it, and I'll see you out up on the range. It's going to be windy though. I'll just go ahead and give you a fair warning. We'll see you there. Okay, well, hope you can hear me okay, because I got the mic in my pocket because it's very windy out here today. But we're going to just put a few shots down range, hit a few targets, and then I might blow up a couple water jugs. We'll see. It's been a long time since I've shot this little pistol. And of course I miss. There we go. Trigger pull is a little tight on it, even on the single action side. That other plate. Yep. Okay, that's 6 shots. So we'll put some more down and see what happens. Okay, next round. And another miss. Oh, I pulled to the left. Yeah, did it again. It's windy too. Yep, off of 6. I'm used to counting 5. Because in here though, I'm loading up 6. Really? This is about that first shot. So the 2 bullets I used today is, the first one is, of course, 38 special, loaded with tight group, with a high-tech coated Missouri Cowboy, a number 11, which is 158 grain, round nose. And then the second bullet is loaded with unique powder, and it is a spear bullet. It's a gold dot hollow point, and it weighs in at 110 grains. Well, okay, I warned you, it was windy. But got it all done, had a few misses. I'm going to blame the wind. Mostly it was probably my trigger finger. But little revolver, shot well. Now it is unloaded again. I verified that before I came back in, and I'll do it again, and it is empty. So, just going over a few little more things about this revolver that I didn't mention at the first part. It does have fixed sights, so they are non-adjustable sights. As I did say, the firing pin is on the hammer. It is of that era. And the barrel length is 4.5, 4 3/4. So, and other than that, the little revolver's in great shape. Smith & Wesson, again, most popular model. Again, over 6 million of these have been produced since 1899. This one here, again, is in 38 special. I think they do offer on the K frame a 357 as well. But, yeah. Now, again, for everyday carry, probably not. This is, again, handed down to me from my father. He passed away in 1994. And so I've had this revolver since that time period. And you know, this it'll probably, you know, for home defense, great. Probably not going to handle your Alabama Grizzly there, Mr. Plowboy, but it's going to handle a good bit what you want to do around, you know, especially for home defense type. Me, it stays inside of my safe. Get it out every now and then, clean it up, check it out, hang it back up inside of the safe. Now, I do not store it inside of the holster because, as we know, it's not good to store your firearms in a leather type holster. So be aware of that. So yeah, had fun shooting, performed good, and y'all have a good day. We'll see you next time. Keep your powder dry. We'll see you on down the road.